In this video, we're going to be looking at algebraic proof. With proof questions, we always use algebra to show that something will work for any value. Looking at the example on the left-hand side, there are a few words that I want to look at first of all. The first is product, which means multiply. The second word is consecutive, which means one after the other. The question says, prove that the product of three consecutive odds is always odd. Now any even number can be created through 2n. Multiplying any number by 2 will always make it even. So to make it odd, all I need to do is add 1. This will create an odd number. To create the next consecutive odd number, I need to add 2 to that number. So 2n add 1 add 2 will give me 2n add 3. And adding another 2 onto it will give me 2n add 5. This is now 3 consecutive odd numbers. So to prove that the product of all of these will always be even, I need to expand out the triple brackets. So focusing first of all on the first two brackets. 2n times 2n, 2n times 3, 1 times 2n, and 1 times 3 would give me 4n squared plus 6n plus 2n, and then add 3. Simplifying the middle two terms would give 4n squared plus 8n add 3. Now this is the product of the first two brackets, and I now need to multiply this by 2n add 5. Every term in the first bracket needs to be times by every term in the second. So 4n squared times 2n and 4n squared times 5 will give me 8n cubed plus 20n squared. Then multiply every term by 8n will give 16n squared plus 40n. And then finally multiply every term by 3 will give me 6n add 15. Now collecting like terms, I can see that there are two groups, 20n squared and 16n squared, and 40n plus 6n. So simplifying to give 8n cubed plus 36n squared plus 46n add 15. To prove that something is always odd, a bit like how I first constructed my very first odd number, that I started with an even number and I added 1. Here we can see that the first three terms of this are all multiples of 2. So taking out a common factor of 2, I then get 4n cubed plus 18n squared plus 23n, and then add 15. So here we can see we've got an even number, and I've then got an odd number being added on. Anytime I have an even add an odd, it will always give me an odd. And therefore I've proved that the product of three consecutive odds is always odd, since this will work for any value of n when creating our three odd numbers. Pause the video here and have a go at the question on the right hand side. When you're ready for the answer, press play. So with this question I need to prove that the sum of three consecutive even numbers is always a multiple of 6. So my first even number will be 2n. The next consecutive even number will be 2 more than this, so 2n add 2. 2 more than that will then give me 2n add 4. The key word here was that I needed to find the sum of the three consecutive even numbers. Sum is add, so I'm going to add all of these terms together. This gives me 6n plus 6. You'll notice that 6n and 6 both have a common factor of 6. So factorizing gives me 6 lots of n plus 1. The fact that we took out a common factor of 6 from 6n and 6 now shows that we are multiplying n plus 1 by 6, and therefore will always be a multiple of 6.